is there, Applied Anthropology in India, Issues and Challenges, and this picture, so you see that this is my research work. I'm not showing this, but this picture showing that this is the population who are living inside the forest areas, and the same populations, they have been rehabilitated outside the forest areas.
Where is the place?
This place is located in Bhubaneswar. Yeah. Now, why I am showing this picture is because I have the longitudinal data. I started this work in 2003, and every 2 years I am collecting this data, and also I will be collected till my death. So, in order to perform a perfect platform where you can make the one kind of theories of social change, the cultural change, and all these things, what happened if the population is rehabilitated outside his own native place. So, let me begin with my humble gratitude, and what the important thing is that I am very unfortunate. I am very unfortunate that when Majar Bhai told me that you may come, then at first I struck my mind that is it possible to meet this person? So I am very unfortunate that he died. But the thing is that in 2015, when I was working in the collaboration with IFRI, then I saw this picture in the front page of IFRI. He got the World Food Prize in 2015. So, with this, with the due respect, I started my talk. Now, if we put the Applied Anthropology in India in Google search, first name will come. That is Professor L.P. Vidyarthi.
My friend.
Yeah. L.P. Vidyarthi. Next, the come Professor B.K. Bhumi. Now, how many of you know the date of birth and date of death? I collected it from his daughter, Sumita. And one of his students, his name is Dr. Palas Kumar. He was the Joint Director of Census of India. Now, anybody know this person? Professor K.C. Malhotra. He is a legend. No, he born in 1938. Still now, he is working in the different parts of India in the age of 82. And I just confirmed his date of birth by texting the Professor Malhotra, as because I was the JRF and SRF, Junior Research Fellow and Senior Research Fellow of Indian Statistical Institute from 2003 to 2009. So, his contribution is very important in Indian anthropology. Now, see the India. There's a huge diversity is present in India. So, there is a large religious groups also present. And within the religious groups, the Hindus, there is a caste system. You see, there's caste system. Professor B.R. Ambedkar, he tried, but even today, there is a strong caste system persists in India. Now, apart from the caste systems and other religious groups, there are groups who are known as scheduled tribe. So, tribe is very controversial word we're using. Still we are not using the word indigenous populations. But these 8.6% of the population conserve 80% natural resource of our country. So as a student of anthropology and as a student of all the disciplines who are working in the biodiversity field, they are working in this particular group. Now the presentation's content, I just categorize this historical genesis of applied anthropology, the applied anthropology new millennium, future opportunities of applied anthropology, challenges of applied anthropology. These are the important things. Now see, this book is one of the pioneer book of applied anthropology in India, edited by L.P. Vidyarthi in 1968. Then I inquired in India, whether there is any book published after the 1968, none. None. Work have been done, but there is no work. L.P. Vidyarthi, what the dream of the Vidyarthi was. L.P. Vidyarthi was very good editor. Now he edited numerous articles related to the applied anthropology in India. See, in this particular textbooks, you got you will get the Professor N.K. Bose articles, whole text articles, action anthropology, D.N. Majumdar articles, all these articles, and in that particular book, L.P. Vidyarthi wrote 6 articles. Oh. Now, these applied anthropology in India started in colonial administrations, right? Now, when Professor Mazharul called me that you are coming for national seminar, then I thought how I can match with the Bangladesh. Now see, I put before 1947. In that particular time, there is a common zone of colonial administration, the specific Risley work, Hutton work, all these work. And see, B.K. Roy Burman focused on tribal problem in India. Still, in 2010, I have done little bit of work on tribal problem of India. The similar same things is going on. So, there is a lack of doing something in the applied anthropology. Now see, applied anthropology new millennium in our India, we invented in every spheres. We have anthropological survey of India, and anthropological survey of India projects related to this, and they are mainly focused on the biocultural aspects. See, we have the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, we have the Ministry of Environment and Forest. In every sphere, every top positions, one anthropologist is there, right? So we have the organizations in India, that is INCA, that is established in 2004, but Indian Anthropological Society, they are working. So what important things, I have been getting the the membership of American Anthropological Association. Then I just searched that whether there is any representation of the Bangladesh Anthropological Association, is there any in WCAA, World Council of Anthropological Association? There is no representation, right? Now several NGOs. So see that what the issues in anthropology, applied anthropology is India, then administration, public health, development, sports science, forensic science, and including Professor Bob Hopkins, that business communication and social entrepreneurship. Now, what the important things is that the sacred groups, you know the Professor Malhotra published one book on sacred groups. So what they did in order to conserve the biodiversity, they use the concept of cultural footprints of anthropology in conserve the biodiversity forest zone in Meghalaya. In India, we have 1,25,000 sacred group. So, sacred group is very much attached to the sentiment of the tribal people and the local people. So, what they did, they sensitized the people. They sensitized the people in order to decrease the forest degradations, right? Now see, in food security program in India, so all this planning, so Khaka committee report, in Khaka committee 2004 report, there is a 7-member committee, and one of the member was Professor Kamal Krishna, I think KK Sharma or something, from University of Hyderabad, right? And this important thing is that he is from the anthropology background. So whatever the Khaka committee report prescribed for the Indian government policy making, they are very much dependent on that particular anthropologist, right? So after that huge contribution of the Indian anthropology, specifically applied anthropology, the WHO now realized that culture matters. Why? They failed to implement the project in the population, specifically the interventions. So they gave to David Napier. He is the professor of medical anthropology in UCL, University College of London, right? So this report you can get it from internet. So there is a strong connection between culture and health, culture and socio-economic development, culture and all these things, right? So the method we should follow is ethnography, case study, participant. So these three methods they prescribe. I'm not the prescribing person. So they realize. The thing is that, see that in India there is Urja, right? There is Urja, one project they have been launched for the intervention of the food, okay, for the children. And these projects only confined to the important thing is that this project is very much confined to the Uttarakhand. Why? Why? Because they are not considering the cultural consequences of this implementation of the food intervention in whole India. Because the people of West Bengal, they are not accepting the jowar, ragi, bajra for their food interventions, right? So that is why these things are failed in national policy. So this is my project, last project. I use this mixed method, as you are saying, both qualitative, quantitative method. I theorize these things, and this paper is already accepted in Bangladesh International Journal of Statistical Sciences. I have 5 papers in Bangladesh in the collaboration of Rajshahi University, Department of Statistics, Health Science, right? So what they did, they basically collect the data, and I am trying to analyze the whole social consequences on that particular issue. So we can do it. You can do it, right? So see, my students, they changed the policy of the government. So we did 2003, 2030, we did one socio-economic development, that is very compulsory project work for the undergraduate students. So they go and they went and they collected the data of the sanitation, right? Now the thing is that the village already awarded by Nirmal Gram Purishkar, right? So they collected the data that 50% of these people, they are using the open land for their defecations. So I called in the field last day, I called the SDO, I called the DM, and I exposed the things. Then media coverage goes, Varanachina Purushkar Pelo, Bhu Ketre Pichiye. So this is the policy that hamper, that there is a misjudgment of the village. They are getting awarded. So even though in India we have the challenges, the students, we have the challenges of colonial influence, we have the challenges of using the mixed method, but I think globally, act locally. So this is the very popular picture given by Barry Popkin. That thing is that we should think, we will be thinking, right? We have to think in that particular stage, right? We are now this stage, right? We have to think this particular stage. Thanks to BRAC, thanks to all of you for giving the time. I think that's fine. Thank you.